Is CHAT GPT ruining education? Well, it's more complicated than you think. Sure, it can make school trivial to a certain extent. However, it can also incite improvement, offering students pathways they wouldn't have found otherwise. In this presentation, we will go through a number of perspectives offering similar viewpoints on the subject. That being said, they all offer different and unique perspectives. For instance, exploring the advantages and disadvantages in integrating AI in schools, the potential effects it can have on certain career paths, and how educators can mediate the impacts of AI and steer it into a direction that can be otherwise productive.
AI in of itself isn't all black and white. It is important to consider both sides in order to find an appropriate middle ground. A study by the name of Students' Voice on Generative AI conducted a quantitative survey including around 400 students in order to determine whether they have used AI or not, and about 66.7% of students have indeed used AI. This goes to show the students' stance surrounding the issue, and you may be wondering why. The article states that AI allows students to fully customize their learning experience, acting as sort of a jumping off point for them. On the other hand, this can make students over-reliant on AI, affecting their education, such as their writing ability. A study by the name of The Impact of AI Writing Tools on the Content and Organization of Students conducted a qualitative interview by gathering a number of English as a foreign language teachers, getting them to state their personal experience with the usage of AI in class and the impacts it has had on the students. One of the teachers brought up a very good point, which was that AI typically generates rather generic answers and lack a heartfelt touch.
The most bizarre prospect is that if AI is accepted in school, it will most likely be accepted in the workforce. An article called Chatting or Cheating goes into great detail on this premise, if it were to actually happen, taking nursing as an example. If students doing a Bachelor of Nursing complete their degree by using generative AI, it will ultimately affect their occupation, diminishing their focus on the human aspect of patient care. Another study called CHAT GPT for Education and Research tries to generalize the impact of AI by using a simple survey asking students and teachers to critique AI's overall effectiveness and how satisfied they feel using AI. The study's conclusion was that students are generally for AI, whereas teachers are more or less against it. This result highlights how there is a divide between the students and teachers on their view of AI. But why is that? It's because students are blindly reliant on AI, whether they know it or not. This can heavily impact students' professional practice, such as with nursing, since it creates a misleading impression of overall competency.
We must come to terms with the fact that AI isn't going anywhere, and it will only continue to develop. So generally, it would be counterproductive to ban it completely, but instead steer it in the right direction. A study by the name of CHAT GPT in Education, Transforming Digital Literacy Practices, explains that 59.2% of students use AI to complete menial tasks like brainstorming and researching ideas, which just proves how widespread the practice of AI is. This isn't inherently bad since they are using AI to guide and refine their existing work. This is how AI should be implemented in school, ethically and responsibly. Furthermore, another article by the name of Artificial Intelligence, Exploring the Attitude of Secondary Students, shows that students indulge in using AI, however, they still prefer in-person learning, led by the teacher. This was shown by presenting 120 students with a series of short answer questions and then compiling their answers to find the average.
Altogether, the different perspectives and studies offer many different angles which reached more or less the same conclusion, which is that, especially in both students and teachers' perspectives surrounding AI, students are more optimistic surrounding the potential of the technology, and more importantly, they are using it already. This means that regardless of teachers' negative opinions on generative AI, they ultimately need to be responsible in governing its usage in the classroom and educating students in how to be ethical in its usage.